Hello and welcome to this update video. This is an update video about this little product here. This is the FXT HD DVR. It's an external DVR that also has the ability to talk to an Android or iOS device over Wi-Fi, and it comes with a little app. It stores the information locally on a little SD card. You can turn the Wi-Fi on and off. It doesn't have its own battery power, and you plug it into an external battery, the kind of stuff that you'll plug into your Fat Shark goggles, and you are away. Now, in the original review video, I had a couple of issues with it. First of all, if you change between NTSC and PAL, it would stop recording, and that potentially is an issue if you're tuning and changing into different cameras, either on one device where you have a camera changer and you've forgotten to change them over, or if you're at a race meeting and you're flicking around looking at different feeds and pilots are on different video settings. And there were a couple of other issues that I had with it as well. It appeared to stop recording when it lost signal. Now, FXT have been in touch and very kindly sent another couple of these along because they were surprised when it did that. And to be honest, I was kind of surprised too, because you need to make sure that a DVR is resilient to those kind of problems, because when we're flying we will have weirdness with both the transmitter and the camera and just the signal kind of disappearing altogether, and the DVR needs to keep recording. So with this new unit, the plan is to recreate the setup, and we'll test the new unit to see if it performs differently to the original one that I used in the review, and I've marked that one with a little X. So the specific things I'm going to check here, first of all, is if you unplug and replug the camera, does the DVR stop recording or reboot? Now, originally that was something that I was having a problem with, but let me just quickly test this with the new version that I've got here. I'm inserting at the bottom the image that's being recorded on the DVR. We can see the DVR is working because the little blue light is flashing, and when I unplug the camera and replug it back in, it continues to work. Now, what you probably saw there was it records bright blue frames, but it does continue recording. So that is much better than the original unit that I had. Now, the other issue that I found in that original video was that if it lost signal, it also stopped recording as well. So in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to pull the power out of the back of the VTX. And if it completely loses signal, is it going to stop recording? So let's have a go at that. Let me pull the plug out of the video transmitter. Give it a second, plug the VTX back in, let everything power up. So it's completely lost the signal here, and it's continued to work. So this is very interesting. Going back and testing the original one that I got, it does appear to have these issues, but I'm guessing I just got one that had a problem, because these two new units here that I've got in don't have the same problem. So a very quick summary for those of you that are interested. It does purport to record in 720p 60 frames a second, but it does make a difference whether or not you're recording in PAL or NTSC. The image and the view that you get is slightly different, so just be aware of that. It's going to be very handy for those times where you haven't got goggles or you want to have some kind of auxiliary DVR that you can record onto. The Wi-Fi application is very handy, means that you can just connect up to a Wi-Fi device and potentially share the view around, or control the starting and stopping of recording and playback, as well as downloading the files to somewhere where you want to keep them safe. So a couple of things to consider. You will need an extra goggle-style LiPo battery to plug it in. As I mentioned in the first video, there is an appreciable lag between the Wi-Fi image, so you couldn't fly with the Wi-Fi being sent on from the DVR. Only 32 gig max card supported. Watch for that slightly different image between PAL and NTSC. Check which one is best for your usage. And apart from the fact that changing between NTSC and PAL will stop recording, the only other problem on these units that I've got here is there isn't an option to auto start recording. And I think that should be there because it's something that occasionally I forget when I'm at the field. So hopefully that's interesting for those of you that were looking at this. I know there's been some confusion because in my video I had problems with my first one, but these two seem to work absolutely fine. So hopefully that clears up that confusion. I'm guessing I just had a dud. But now I've got 3 of these things. I don't need all 3, so I'm announcing a giveaway. So if you'd like to try one of these out for yourselves, then make sure you've liked the video, pop a comment down below and make sure you're a subscriber, and I'll pull the names out of the hat in about a week's time. Thank you to FXT for shipping me these new units to try out, and it's great to see that these units actually perform well and do what you want it to do, which is the DVR continues to record even if something horrendous happens to the video signal while you're flying. Unplugging the camera still means that there is a valid signal coming from your video transmitter, so I'm not surprised that worked, but it's nice to see you can completely power off the VTX and power it back on, as though you'd completely lost the signal as you flew behind a solid obstacle, and the DVR won't be bothered by that at all. I think as reviewers and YouTubers, we do have a responsibility when things change like this to make an update video. Too many channels make videos that may have incorrect information in, and that then is never corrected when it is pointed out to them. So hopefully this clears up any confusion, and I can give this one a much bigger thumbs up than I did in that first video. Thanks for watching the video and watching right to the very end. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you like the video and like what I'm doing here, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification icon too. If you really like what I'm doing, you can go the extra mile and become one of my Patreons for access to me directly for support, and also giveaways and regular updates too. If you're looking for particular content, then check out the playlist. I organise all of my videos into playlists, so if you're looking for a particular topic, you can find everything here. If it's called Introduction To, it's designed to start very simply and build on that simple introduction to teach you all about it. If it's called For Beginners, then that is really aimed at people who are brand new to that part of the hobby. You can also search on YouTube for anything that you're interested in using the search function at the top. So iNav Painless 360 will find all of my videos and even the playlists around iNav. So thanks again for watching, and happy flying.